studio, need to focus. My bars are the dopest. On the beat, I write my heart out. Flow too much, now I'm barred out. I'm riding with this vibe and I'm going on the bizarre route. Spitting hard now, and I am the rap god. So bow down and gather around for a spit that people won't forget. I might have changed my ways, but nothing's different.
What's up, internet? Brian Spillwell here with another episode. How's everybody doing out there today? Sunday fun day. We headed to Green Spot today to get some jerky. Then I'm gonna go our spot, practice some wheelies. You know, and basically we're gonna talk about the goofy ass Tekashi 6ix9ine debacle and what I think about it. You know, as a rapper, beat producer, beat maker, all those little shenanigans in between, and kind of basically the things that I've seen over the years. You know, believe it or not, but he is not the first of his kind, and you know, everybody pretty much knows that the guy's going to be walking scot-free, you know, pretty soon, while he just pretty much took down a pretty big criminal enterprise, you know, with the amount of people that were actually involved in, you know, arrested, you know, under the whole 9 Trey Bloods gang, you know, Treyway, that shit that he was repping. Let me turn this mic down, or music down, because I know you guys can hear that. And if you notice too, the audio's actually corrected in this one now. We got another mic. If you guys are messing with the GoPro 7 or even the 5s at that, and you want just a single pickup mic, go with I think this one's called the Giant Squid. Yeah, the Giant Squid mic is what it's called. It has one single pickup in the center of the microphone. It's omnidirectional, so sounds perfect. As you guys can tell, it was recommended to me by my buddy Lifeless. I had the Power Bear or something like that, and it just had too many pickups around the side, so that's why we were getting the popping and all the wind noise. So we won't have to deal with any of that. So I'm back to the snitch9 conversation here now. So there's a couple of questions that, you know, pretty much everybody now is deciding to ask themselves, you know, which didn't make a lot of sense in the first place. You know, kind of like, where did this kid come from? Where was his previous music from? How did he just hop in the game, you know, freaking #1 hits, Billboard charts, just constantly, repeatedly, like with all these crazy charges, you know, him supposedly, you know, touching underage women, freaking putting hits out on people, and still being able to walk around, you know, with stuff of that nature. You know, a lot of people were asking questions, you know, what's going on, and you know, now we kind of see that, you know, he could have been a CIA informant, and like I said, it wouldn't be the first time that, you know, someone's infiltrated the rap game and, you know, portrayed to be somebody that they're not. And, you know, one thing about him snitching is we all knew he was gonna snitch, right? Come on. He said it himself so many times that, you know, he's not a street kid, you know. As soon as all that shit started going down, he was like, denounce the gang life, all that, like, off jump, you know. So you had to kind of question that too, because if someone's, you know, built from the streets, you know, they're running that shit till they go to jail. They don't give a hoot, you know. A hoot. They don't give a skirt, you know what I mean? Like, in all honesty, and I know that just from, you know, growing up in a lower class neighborhood, knowing real gang members, and you know, you could tell that kid was definitely not about that life, you know. And like I said, did we all know he was gonna snitch? Of course. And like I said, he's not the first in the fact that these guys, when they get into the rap game, right, they're not these big old gang members. They don't have the little crew behind them, the entourage, you know, that's backing them up. That usually comes later, once they get a little bit of money, they get a little clout. There's, you know, famous interviews back in the day of Tupac on Howard Stern and several other artists, you know, talking about, you know, Snoop Dogg in his days trying to be a Blood and a Crip. Like, you guys probably don't remember that because it was a little young for your time, and it was a little above my head at the time too. I didn't know, you know, what the hell was going on, but I look back at things like that, and, you know, hearing interviews and people going through podcasts now and talking about, you know, basically these guys, you know, paying basically like a membership to be in these gangs. You know, that's what it basically is. They run like, oh shit, who do you want to run with? You want to be Blood or Crip gang? You know, and then you basically pick, you pay your fee, and then you get all these guys in your video, you get them to back you. You know, usually you get a little bit of street cred, and then, you know, with 6ix9ine, power just went to this fool's head, you know, which I think, like I said, off jump, I feel like the cat's some kind of informant of some sort, had to be planted there, you know, because how is it, even with all these crazy charges, he's about to have like this light sentence? Like, he admitted to putting hits out on Chief Keef and you know, a few other people, and it's like they're not even worried about that. It's crazy. So there's a lot of things, like I said, that point to this guy just being a plant. You know, there's no way he should have been able to get away with that amount of you know, buffoonery that he was doing, threats and all that stuff of that nature, while being on probation. Like, everybody knows who's had a case, like, oh man, the courts and the police officers are just waiting to throw you under a bus with any minor thing, you know, that they can. You know, that's a free throw to them, you know. And, you know, there's a lot of predictions too that he'll even come out here shortly and hop out with a #1 hit somehow again. And, you know, who knows, that might be a telltale, or maybe kids are just really on, you know, that kind of colorful new age music. Who knows? But like I said, to say the least, we knew he was gonna snitch. And sadly, you know, like I said, for all the people involved, you know, that were just starting to get money, thinking that, you know, the shit was about to blow for him, you know, they're all arrested now, and they're looking at some years, while your boy, like I said, Tekashi, may be getting out very shortly. And like I said, even with the small moment supposedly that he had, and even if he wasn't a gang member, like, there's no way like they would be giving him charges, you know, on that light of a scale, you know. So it's very hard to believe that you know, the cat wasn't an informant. Oh yeah, shout out to all the new subscribers and shit. I know a lot of you guys came from that 909 bike life ride video, so shout out to you guys, you know. Still trying to get the channel back up from what it once was. You know, everybody's fighting the YouTube algorithms, and it's funny to actually hear everybody talking about them now and repeating the things I've been talking about for years. But nonetheless, I'm pretty sure some of you guys are, you know, out there who watch the videos were, you know, 6ix9ine fans, you know. What was your guys' opinion on the cat? I mean, you guys realize, like, gangsters are far the few in between nowadays. There's not very many of them anymore. I mean, I grew up in the mid 80s to early 90s as a kid, and you know, it was popping back then. But oh man, I seen a mass die-off since the gang task enforcements, the graffiti task enforcements, all the little specialty bureaus. Like, they literally target, you know, gang members now, and they pop them, like I said, all day for probation violations. That's why it's just really hard for me to see that snitch9 wouldn't be affected by this so-called effect. But you know, like I said, I don't think the guy was the real one, so I want to actually hear your guys' opinions on it, you know. Yeah, so if you see, like, who owns like these jails and shit, it's not fucking you know, some big state, you know, entity or anything. They're literally private corporations and stuff, and I feel like, you know, they slit people money to, you know, promote this and that. That's why you only hear certain people consistently, you know, because they're on the payroll. I said this promotion ends up with money in their pockets, you know, on ends, because they got kids buying into the whole rap gang persona, buying into the albums, then, you know, getting into the drugs and everything that the artists promote, and then, you know, eventually going to jail and making them more money, because you get paid to get wheeled around like a little slave in jail, you know, if you don't know that. And that's one thing, one of the main reasons, you know, you see nothing but drugs being promoted in the rap game nowadays. And even the female artists are, you know, straight, hey, it's dope to be a prostitute now, pop that thing, you know. it's crazy. It doesn't make any sense, right? But, you know, like I said, it's big business. Gets everybody to just say, go out, party every day, screw a family, screw having a home, screw having anything. Now, one thing I definitely, with this situation, like I said, I don't want you guys to get it misconstrued, like, and think that, oh, I'm just hating on this kid. I don't really give a care, you know, regardless. I don't listen to his music. I'm not a fan. It's just, I thought the memes were funny. I thought everything was funny about, you know, the whole situation. But like I said, regardless, is that it's not the first time it's happened. It won't be the last. It's just now it's really easy to document things nowadays and kind of follow the trails. And come on, his damn kidnapping was, you know, on GoPros. It was literally filmed like a music video or something. Like, really? Like, everything, you know, was literally freaking... Everybody's phone was tapped. Everything was recorded. It was just way too dang convenient. And, you know, back in the day, you know, there just wasn't that many cameras. There wasn't, you know, information out there on such a mass scale that people even put out themselves, you know, that being from locations and stuff like that, you know. So, you know, like I said, it won't be it's not the first time, and it won't be the last. I mean, even look into like CIA plants in big music, you'll come upon a stumble of list of you know, people that are like admitted, and then you kind of wonder why they had such great successes, you know, at the heights of their careers.
I seen the message on the ceiling, hieroglyphic images depicted visions of war scenes, calamity, catastrophes, bodies I pulled apart is how I learned anatomy. I wouldn't say I suffer from insanity, I say I'm glad you sleep. Rap, black magic, wizardry, biologically change a human being's chemistry. Heavy metal, dark like ministry, a minor threat reset your whole existence street with a single bar.
Oh man, and we got a little extra racism right here, a little bit bigger than this little thing. Ooh, cocktails and a massage. That's why that guy is all fucking railed out. He's extra relaxed in that chair. He ain't crippled. He just got a bomb ass massage. He's like, oh fuck. Came like 19 times. Oh, 8,000 miles. The Grom is at 8K today. We at 806 and welcomed it with another check engine. It's lit. Here we are, one of my favorite spots. Sense of childhood. Kid, the memories bring me back. Oh shit, who's that? Cool. Alright, see you later, Aaron. $1,700? 17? Yeah. I always forget the jerky plug works on Sundays. For some reason I only thought it worked weekdays. Oh man, and they had my whiskey barbecue. You already know.
Magic, wizardry, biologically change a human being's chemistry. Heavy metal, dark like ministry, a minor threat reset your whole existence street with a single bar. The crack is lit so viciously, slide into your DMs with a demon now. All you swallow gasoline and semen, you could hear the reaper singing. I just caught another body, now it's time to start the party. Choppers loud like some Harleys, but move faster than Bugattis and Ferraris.
Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up on this note. So like, subscribe, see you on the next one. Whoa, Bump City right there. Alright guys, see ya. Brian Spillwell out. Ah, damn. Looks like we done. Damn it. Well, guess that's a wrap for today. Shit just popped off the bead.
But won't forget I might have changed my ways, but nothing's different. It's still Cairo with a nice flow. On the mic, my bars connect. I said, my bars connect like a